guys, okay, I'm so excited. I want to come to you here in the second video because what I want to talk about is some perks, and then I want to talk a little bit about objections. So I hope so far that you're kind of already got your mind going a little bit and thinking, man, this could be something I really like to do, or I really think this could make a difference in my life, or maybe this is going to help me hit my goals. Maybe this is going to help me keep accountable to my healthy lifestyle. There's so many different things that can help you and give you each and every day. And so I'm hoping it's starting to kind of turn your wheels in your head a little bit to think, what are some of those things that are? I wanted to talk a little bit about the perks about the job because I think there are a bunch of them, and I want to share them with you because what good is it to know or to not know those things, right? Because to me that kind of helps. It just kind of helps sweeten the pot a little bit. So yeah, for sure, you're going to get healthy. You're going to learn how to eat healthy. You're going to be able to do the workouts. You know, one of the things we really focus on is being a product of what you've got going on. So you want to show people that these programs work. You're going to want to stick to it. And so to me, that's a huge perk because I get paid to be healthy. I get paid to show how I work out. I get paid to show people how to eat right. That is a huge perk. So I have to learn that and I have to do that on my own. So that helps me stay accountable to my goals, which is one of the reasons I started to begin with, because I thought if somebody else is counting on me, maybe that's how I can get myself to do it. But if nobody else is counting on me, it's super easy to be like, I'm just gonna have a few cookies tonight after dinner, no big deal. And then tomorrow maybe you decide to go out for ice cream with the kids because they, had some good grades, or every day those decisions, they compound to be bigger ones, right? And you go right back into that vicious cycle. I've done it a million times. I totally know. So getting paid to be healthy and knowing how to do that, that's a huge perk to me. Of course, you get compensation, and we can talk about that more on one, but of course you get compensated for helping people along on the journey. And so to me, that's a huge thing because, and then we'll talk about that in objections later, but to be compensated for the work you're doing is an amazing perk. We get to go on trips. I love our trips. So there's a couple trips that we can do every year. One, every year they have a summit, which is like our national conference, and we all gather in one place. Last year it was Indianapolis. The year before that it was in New Orleans, and that was my first one. So I had New Orleans and Indy, and it's in Indy for 2019 again. And then even before that, it was in Nashville, I believe. So we gathered from Thursday night until Sunday. I think it's Thursday, Friday. No. Yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We have sessions. We get motivational speakers. We hear about all the new coming products for the next year. We hear about all the new launches. We hear about the changes, anything that they've got going on. It is amazing. There's parties and there's time to get together with your team, and there's time to go out for dinner and to bond and to find all these amazing things. And it's just probably one of the best things that has ever happened in all of this is getting together with people that you are seeing and meeting with virtually. We all get together, they're together. We do live workouts with the super trainers. You're with all these other people just sweating and working, and all these other women. You are surrounded by women and men who are working to be better each and every day. So that to me is a huge perk. Another perk is as you help people along on the journey, you can earn points to go to different trips. And last year we earned points to get to Mexico. So if you got to be certain point earners, you got to go to Mexico. We got this amazing resort. It was all inclusive. It was one of the most beautiful resorts I've ever been to. Amazing service. And we got to work out again with the super trainers. We've got poolside. I mean, it was just a great time to get away and to celebrate the successes you've had for the year. And next year in March, we're going on a cruise. I'm so excited because our kids are going and they love cruises and they're just at a fun age right now. So we're going to be going on that. So I'm really pumped for that. So who knows where the next one will be, but there's these trips that we get to go on every year. And then sometimes there's going to be leader retreats and retreats for those that grow in the business. And those are the types of times where you can grow and be with local people or people that are striving to hit new goals, and just bond and work on bettering yourselves and, have training and things like that. So there's so many different things that can come your way from those types of perks. To me, those are huge perks because there's so many things that can help you be better each and every day. We focus on personal development. We focus on putting your mind in the right place. So to me, that's a huge, huge perk because it helps us to be ready for anything that comes our way. So those are the awesome perks I wanted to share with you. So some of these things you might be thinking is like, that sounds really cool, but, and so what I want to do is kind of talk to you a little bit about what those buts are, because they get in the way. They stop you from thinking that this is going to work for you, that this is going to be the thing that might be what you've been looking for. Excuse me. So I want to kind of share some of those with you because I've had them, I have felt them, I understand them, and they've been in my mind and in my heart before. So that's why I want to make sure you understand a little bit about what some of those are. Okay, so the first one you might think like, this sounds great, but I don't have enough time to do it. Okay, girlfriend, everybody has time to make this biz work. It's just a matter of putting a priority in what you want and what your goal is. If you want to be a big wage earner, you've got to put in more time. If you want to just be kind of like a hobby coach and help people here and there and not really, worry too much about if you are helping, enough people or not enough people, then there's a spot for you. If you just want to get your Shakeology for free, there's a spot for you too. There's always enough time. It's just a matter of prioritizing and finding what to do. Are you scrolling social media or are you actually being intentional about your time? Taking 5 minutes here, taking 10 minutes there. And I actually set a timer on my phone so I can focus in on just that small amount of time so I can get done exactly what I need to get done. So, fitting it in car line, fitting it in when you're waiting to if you're waiting before class at yoga, or if the kids are sleeping and taking the naps, maybe they just ate breakfast and they're going to go and watch a little TV and you have a little time then. There's always small pockets of time. I do a lot of different things. My kids are older, and I work full time. So I get up and I do a little bit in the morning. If I eat a lunch, I'll do a little bit while I'm eating my lunch. If I get to a meeting early, I will take 5 minutes and do it right there and then in my car. And then a lot of times I come home and work in the evenings then as well when the kids are doing homework and they're kind of doing their own thing. And my husband and I, we kind of split up a little bit for the evening and then we can come back together at the end. So there's lots of different ways to find it. It's just a matter of prioritizing and seeing where you can find that time that you're aimlessly doing other things that, maybe you could put to the side for a little while. Too busy. This was a huge one. Like, I'm just too busy. I don't know how I can do it. And this kind of ties back into not enough time. Yeah, we are all super busy. I totally get you. I mean, the two kids I have a 13-year-old, 10-year-old, and they keep me busy all the freaking time. Like, I swear we are uber parents. But it's, again, prioritizing what you want and then finding the time to put those pockets into place and scheduling it on your calendar. When you find that you make time for you, you wouldn't cancel a doctor's appointment. You wouldn't cancel anything, that you would have for your kids. You would make it. You find a way to make it, and that's what you need to do for you, is to find a way to make that small workout or to work your business. Okay, this was a big one for me. This is too expensive. Like, oh my gosh, I can't imagine spending the money on me and not my family. As women, I find that we oftentimes are the last people to spend money on ourselves because we know of all these other things that the kids need, that the husband needs, that the house needs. But what I have found is that me spending the money on me to making sure that my cup is filled, that I am taken care of, it helps my patience. It helps me to be a better mom. It helps me to listen better. It helps me to breathe through the stress, right? When I know sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do all this. Filling my cup allows me to be able to pour so much more into them when I'm working with them. So is it expensive? It's not, but it's hard in the beginning to think, I'm spending money on what? Another protein drink. It's not. It's so much more than that. But sometimes it's hard to wrap your head around me spending money on myself as the mom. This is worth it. This is giving you more than you could ever imagine. It literally is giving you health. Like, as long as you do the programs, you eat the food properly, you drink your superfoods, it is literally giving you health. I don't want to sell. It sounds great, but I don't want to sell. I'm just not a salesperson. That was a huge one for me because I've always said that. What I love about this is it's not sales. It's about believing in what you're doing, seeing the results, and just sharing it with everybody you can, okay? So I wanted you to think about this for a second, okay? I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to think, okay, you are in a group of people that are your closest friends. Maybe you're at dinner. Maybe you've gone to a movie. Maybe you're at a party. Maybe you're shopping. Feel where you're at, okay? Feel the presence of your friends. Feel the presence of those that are close to your heart who know you so well, okay? And they start talking about how they're so excited for the weekend. And where are they going to eat first? And who gets in at what time? And what do we want to do? Are we going to go to a museum? Are we going to go on a tour? Are we going to go to some bars and have some drinks? What are they talking about? What are they saying they're going to do? And as you listen, you hear your one good friend say, I'm so excited for this weekend. I needed this. I needed this time away from my kids. And you finally decide, I'm going to ask. I'm going to find the nerve to ask them, where are they going? And you do. So picture yourself talking to that one friend who kind of leads the pack. And she said, oh, well, we're going to LA this weekend. We're going to have a fun girls' weekend. What is the first thing you're going to think of? Well, why wasn't I invited? Did I do something wrong? Is someone mad at me? And when you say something to them, they're like, oh, sweetie, I thought you were so busy. We just didn't want to bother you. Okay. Think right now, how are you feeling? What is going through your mind? That is when you need to realize that it might have been hard for you to go. It might have been a struggle for you to go, but you weren't asked. You just want to be included. And so many women just want to be included in things. I may say no. For sure I may say no. But I would love to be asked. I'd love to know that you wanted me a part of that. So that feeling right there is how I don't want anyone else to feel about not being invited to this. So is it about selling? Absolutely not. It's about sharing the changes, sharing all that's happened to me with them, because I want this to bless their life as it has blessed mine. So those are some main objections. I know there's probably some more you have out there. If I didn't list some of them, list them below. Tell me what they are so that I can, or tag me in them so I can be watching it. And I want to hear from you. What about the perks that you like? And what is it about the objections that's got you a little nervous? Okay? All right. We will talk in just a little bit. You guys have a good afternoon.